In the first part of our big USA adventure, we journeyed through Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. We did a lot of fishing, experienced a massive storm, and even had a day where we blanked. We finished off part 1 with a memorable trip in Central Park. By the end of it all, we were really tired and in desperate need of a good night's sleep. We knew we'd need all the rest we could get before heading to Connecticut and Massachusetts in the next leg of our journey. Just checked out of the hotel. Last night at Central Park was absolutely crazy tiring. Honestly, I expected to get out of here by 5 a.m., but it's almost 9:30, but it's okay. Fully rested, ready to go. Gonna go meet up with Cody. He's already on the bank, and hopefully he's got some fish by the time I get there. Well, I finally found him. I did find his car though, but how does it look?
Good.
Yeah?
Fish showing.
Right on. We're gonna have to barrow stuff in, or can we drive in?
I think you're gonna have to barrel it.
Oh, this is a beautiful spot. I'd fish this.
I just don't know how high the water comes up.
Well, this spot looks pretty mint. There's a lot of different areas to fish, and this point is very, very interesting. We're gonna have to deal with the tide, so I guess during the night or late afternoon till morning, we'll be able to fish off of the small plateau there that's only exposed during low tide, and then we'll have to move up to the grass portion at night during high tide because yeah, the tide's crazy here. 7 feet down and up every day. Anyway, going back to the car now. Have to get my barrow to put all my stuff on there, and another barrow session. But let's go. This is exciting. So the Housatonic here in Connecticut has some absolute monsters. So hopefully we get into some. So we just got the rods in the water, and we cleared out an area here for us to fish. But we're waiting for the tide to come up because we don't know how high it's gonna come. And depending on how high it's gonna come, that'll set the game plan for later on tonight and ultimately tomorrow. There's a wicked point here that I want to fish later on once we know how high the tide goes. That gives you access to both of the rivers that meet right here. It's just a wicked opening, which I'm sure will prove to be a very, very productive spot. So we're fishing conservatively today, just so that we don't get flooded in the middle of the night and all our gear will be underwater and stuff. So I'm just making my way here to the opening, which is quite treacherous. You can definitely fall through here. We've also set up 2 rods in this little cove, which is right between these 2 rivers. It's an awesome spot. We're hoping that the fish will roll through here as well, but we don't know. But I guess we'll see tonight. So we've been set up for a few hours now, and not had a run, but we just saw 2 fish jump over our bait. So that is very, very encouraging. Right. And we're in Massachusetts now. I've lost
Connecticut.
count. Oh, shit. I've lost count of all the states we've been in already. We've been in Philly, Jersey, New York,
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. No, Philly, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pennsylvania, sorry. Yeah. And now we're finally in Connecticut. And if I'm not mistaken, this is probably one of the most protected states for carp. Like,
Yeah.
the carp are the most protected.
Yeah, this is the only state that actually considers them as a game fish. So there's actual like limits on how much you can take and the size.
Right, so the trophy carp are protected by law.
Yeah, there's a bunch of trophy waters in Connecticut, Connecticut River, Housatonic, like just some of the bigger rivers that are in Connecticut to name, and quite a few other like ponds and lakes as well.
Right, and who did that, and when? Do you know when that?
So I believe it was Lee Hearn, Ian Sorrell, and then some other members of the CAG that like kind of got a committee together and went to EP and got it changed.
Right. Now, there's a few acronyms there. So Carp Anglers Group, there's one jumping.
Another one jumping.
Carp Anglers Group, obviously.
Yep.
And then what's the EP? What's that?
Environmental Protection.
Right. Okay, and that's the agency that, like, the wildlife.
Yeah, that's what covers mostly Connecticut and Mass. And, like, once you get into New Hampshire and Vermont, it switches over to Fish and Game. So, like, each state kind of has its own name for it.
Right on. The spot looks absolutely like mint.
Yeah, and I love that there's 2 separate areas that you can fish. You can fish Main River if you want in the current, or you can switch over and fish this nice little calm pond.
Yeah, it's almost like you're fishing a river, obviously, on the right-hand side here, and then you're fishing like a pond almost here because it's just like a cove in between 2 rivers. It's really cool.
One of the coolest things I've seen, so.
Yeah. So hopefully it happens. I mean, I have a feeling that we're going to get some runs overnight.
Yeah. I mean, there's fish showing over our stuff right now, so it could be any minute.
It could be right now. It'd be pretty cool if one just ripped off right now. I'm just saying. But I guess it doesn't want to go.
No.
When I was young, my daddy said, gotta keep one eye open in your bed. 'Cause there's a time coming when the devil gonna come for you. So my trigger finger, stay prepared. I've got my weapon and I got my prayers. 'Cause if you don't run this town, they'll walk all over you. Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. Run out loud, better run on. Run all day till you can't be found. Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. You can outrun the devil, but you ain't gonna outrun me.
I got some dinner,
What is this?
some pizza, some drinks.
Oh, that pizza smell. I can smell that pizza from here.
Yeah, I think that's your hot peppers.
Oh, that smells delicious. It smells like vinegar. That, some American pizza. And that looks like they really topped it to the tits. Are you good? Yeah. That was a blooper.
Just holding the bite.
Very good, delicious. Thank you.
When I was younger, my mama said, gotta make your green and you'll be seeing red. 'Cause if you ain't got none, well, nobody gonna come for you.
Well, I just woke up to a absolutely screaming take and got this absolutely interesting little character, wicked little football.
Yeah, could you imagine one of these at 30? He's like a goldfish.
Such a funny looking fish. So cool though.
So we just packed up. We did not have any runs. The spot seems to be a little deep, so I think the water's just not the right temperature, but I don't know exactly. Either way, we didn't blank last night, so that's good, but definitely not the action that we're looking for. So I'm back on the road. We are headed to a mirrors only spot. I'm very excited because there's mirrors in there that are over 40 pounds. I would be just over the moon to get a 30-pound mirror, because my current PB is only 29 pounds for a mirror, that is. So let's go. Well, I just got my bivvy set up here, and we're getting ready for a little bit of rain, I think, but so got my rods all set up. Cody's got his in as well. We're in a really tucked away spot here behind all this shrubs and bunch of trees, and this is the spot we'll be fishing for the next few days. There's some absolutely stunning mirrors that are in here. Cody was showing me earlier. And hopefully we can get in touch with one of them. Oh yeah, he's in the weeds.
That's okay.
Oh!
No!
No. I don't know if yeah, it's still on. It's the first fish. I was just sleeping, having a little nap, and the rain started, and just as the rain started, this rod ripped off. And this fish does not look like it is a large one, but I'll take it. I haven't seen a bite in days.
Oh, it's a nice fish. That is a fucking gorgeous fish. It's big.
Oh,
It's big.
Of course it's a mirror. They're all mirrors. And get in, yes. Oh my goodness. This is so gorgeous. In Canada, we have a very low population of mirrors, with exception of one lake, which was stocked with Israeli mirrors in the 70s. But that's another video for another time. This stunning mirror decided to wake me up as I was having an afternoon nap, and I can't complain because I haven't caught a fish in 2 days. But what a way to wake me up. And without further ado, it's okay. This is what I was graced with just minutes ago. Absolute stunning mirror. I'd say high teens, about 18 to 19 pounds. I don't think it'll crack 20, but I'm not worried about weight. When they look this pretty, the weight doesn't really matter, does it? So I think the other side is even prettier. Take a look at this. Oh, okay. Take a look at this side. Look at those apple slices. What a beautiful, beautiful fish. Just stunning. Goodbye.
So we were just chit-chatting back and forth, and I actually just came to this conclusion that in the surrounding area, I'm not going to give up the area because there's too many beautiful fish and too many bow fishermen in this area that would absolutely love a chance at them. But there are 8 ponds and lakes in this surrounding area that are solely mirror-dominated waters. And this is one of them, and it's absolutely beautiful. I'm sure you'll see the fish either before this or after this, who knows. But the fish that come out of here are just absolutely stunning fish, and I can't wait to see what else comes out tonight. So one of the big main lakes in this area, most of the large older generational fish have been harvested from there, and they just go to waste. The bow fishermen, they don't do anything with them. Like, it's a problem across the entire United States. We have huge like bow fishing tournaments where they'll just go out in the middle of spawn and just decimate entire populations of fish just for the glory of it, I guess you would say. And it's honestly quite disgusting and just really unsportsmanlike. We were lucky enough to actually fish a non-bow fishing lake at the beginning of our trip, and it just really shows like what can happen to the actual stock of fish if they're not targeted to just be killed for senseless fun.
Yeah, it's sad.
So
hopefully that changes, man.
Hopefully.
If like further states, like more states.
Right. If more states would get on board, like Connecticut, like it could actually be turned into a game fish, because carp are naturalized in the United States. They've been here since the 1800s. Like it's like saying the bass and all of that are just as invasive as they are. Like it doesn't make any sense. Everything's stocked in here like together per se. There's so many people that say, oh, they decimate the population of the bass, and it really shows that they really don't do that, and they don't dirty a lake up, because this is a very crystal clear lake. Like, it's absolutely beautiful water. So those two things are just really funny to hear and actually see that they're completely wrong.
Oh man, what a wake-up call. Okay, so I was quite deep asleep, and the rod went off. It took me a while to realize it was my rod, but there's definitely a carp at the end of it. Ooh, how does that look? Cody, you're in a fish, bud.
Yep.
How does it feel?
Feels okay.
The most generic answer I've gotten.
Yeah.
Net.
Grab the net.
Yo, this is a big fish. This is a big fish. Oh my God.
That's a good fish. It's an awesome fish.
Yes! Yes!
All right, bud.
Thank God.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. You ready for the money shot?
$27.25. Hell yes, buddy. Hell yes.
Well, good morning. Last night was eventful. We had 2 runs during the night, and first one came around 12 for me. Cody's just getting some water because he's got a real big one to show right after, and it's time to show the fish. So let's get them from the slings and show them to you. She's a little feisty. She's been regaining her strength in the water since last night, but there she is. What an absolute beautiful mirror. It's got these large scales, and then it's got some smaller scales on its tail there. Really just small little scales. Such an awesome fish. Okay. And here's the other side. Obviously it's got a little bit of scarring, but man, what a beautiful fish. I'm gonna slip this one back, get Cody to come around, show him his fish, and it's substantially bigger than this one.
Well, last night I was graced with an absolutely gorgeous 27-pound mirror. Happens to be my biggest mirror out of this water so far, so I'm extremely happy about it. Last night at around 3:30 in the morning, I was graced with this absolutely stunning mirror. Came in on a pink strawberry pop-up. Didn't fight really hard, so I didn't think it was gonna be this big, honestly. Thought it was gonna be one of the littler guys coming in again, but once it hit the surface, I saw her, I was absolutely blown away. Such a stunning fish. Absolutely gorgeous.
Look at the tail on
The
it.
tail is so thick.
So it's 1 p.m. Cody had to head out to an appointment of some sorts, and he left me all alone here. The fishing has slowed down considerably. We haven't had a bite since 3 a.m. when Cody got his 27-pound mirror. And ever since then, nothing has happened. It is a little bit colder today than yesterday. We've got on and off drizzle and rain, overcast. So it's very, very carpy. So I have no clue why the fish are not coming in through the swim. It might be an afternoon or night bite here. Yesterday we had our first fish towards the evening. So I switched my bait. I'm no longer using a snowman. I've completely switched to pop-ups. Both of my bites came on the same pop-up, which is a duotone strawberry coconut cream. That seems to be doing the business here. Just casted out my rods again, put some bait over them, and now I'm just waiting for a bite. I don't know how much longer we're going to be staying here. I think tomorrow morning we'll be heading out to another spot. So hopefully we can bag up a few fish before we head out. Yeah, it's quite a noisy swim. There's an airport nearby, and it does cause quite a lot of noise. It's the reason I haven't been able to put up the drone either. This trip per hole, the smallest sliver of what the U.S. has to offer in terms of carp angling. I was not even aware that there's lakes that are stocked with only mirrors. It would take a lifetime to explore all the lakes here in the United States, and well, actually, probably multiple lifetimes. What a fishery! This lake in particular, we know holds 40-pound plus mirrors, and wouldn't it be something to catch one of those?
Officers are on the scene.
Is your car a Mazda from Quebec plates? Yeah.
That's mine.
Okay, so because we got a call about the car earlier today, now we're getting a call about the tents.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the people that live over on Circuit Ave, they might call tonight when you're not allowed to be parked over there.
Okay. We'll move the cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just have them out before it closes, because you
Okay.
don't want to tow it or anything like that.
Oh, does it close?
Yeah, 10
Yeah,
p.m.
the park's closed.
Oh, okay.
So this isn't considered the park though, right?
No, so we actually don't know if this is Botany Bay property.
So I'm pretty sure this is public.
Okay. Yeah, we have no idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this
Yeah.
is public.
I've never
because
been over there.
the public walking trail
Yeah.
goes right
Great.
through.
Yeah, that's why we're just like,
And here, we can show you some of the fish that we've been catching as well.
Well, when I walked up, what I said was, I was like, this actually looks official.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
So yeah, this is like some.
Are you gonna show them the shitty phone pictures?
It's a little.
I don't know. Get the
What is that?
So that's a mirror carp.
I've never seen that fish before in my life.
That's in there?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, dude.
I was expecting like a trout.
Yeah, like a
smallmouth.
We're going after the big fish that are in here, and there's a lot bigger than that. And
Really?
then, like,
All right.
Alrighty.
I don't know if they're gonna, because it's the residents that called today. I don't know if they're gonna
Because it's a
try to.
55+ community.
Yeah. I don't know if they're gonna try to figure out whether or not this is property of the.
Right.
So I don't know. You might get talked to again today, depending on what happens.
Okay.
But
Alrighty.
as of right now, you guys are all set.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good one.
Have a good one, guys. Check this out. There's these little pods that fall from a certain type of tree here. They look like they're man-made, but they're not. They're natural. They look very, very much like a matte gray, and they've got these spiky points. I mean, tack sharp would not want one of these to be stepped on. And literally the whole bank here is filled with them. If you step on one of these in your bivvy, it'll go right through your ground sheet and poke you in your foot, if you're barefoot, that is, or in socks. Anyway, I got myself a little pile of them here. They're pretty cool. Some people sell them on the internet for like quite a bit of money. I guess they're used in like making all sorts of jewelry or odds and ends, I don't know. But really, really cool. Haven't seen that anywhere yet. So the night went quite uneventfully. We had no runs, and this morning, first thing, began packing up, and I just got everything into the car. I am tired. It's dying embers of the trip. We've only got a few days left, so Cody's thought of another spot that we can fish for the next 2 days. Unfortunately, it's going to be raining most of the day tomorrow and the day after, so the spot we've chosen is one that we can comfortably fish from our cars and not have to bivvy up and potentially have to pack up everything in the rain. That would be horrible, and then I'd have the long ride home with everything wet. So the spot we're going to is also mirrors only, I believe. So let's go. So we just got here. Let's go take a look. Oh, this is nice. This is a nice spot.
There's a lot of snags on the other side, and the fish like to hang out over there. So we're probably either gonna have to wait out a little bit to fish those snags, or there's some snags on the inside corners that we can fish. Like there's one right there that's a pretty good one, and it seems like kind of shelves off really nice. So.
Get the speaker box loud, hitting that stuff till you hearing that sound.
So I've just gotten set up. I spotted to the far side, got some particle in with some boilie crumble. And with my left-hand rod, I just put it under the tree here. Just put out a few scoops of bait. Now I'm enjoying a cold one. Oh, I must say I'm quite tired. This trip has taken a lot out of me, but it's been an awesome adventure. And hopefully we'll end it with a bang. Anyway. So it's been about 2 hours since the rods have been in, and my far rod, which I casted all the way to the other bank, has gone off, and this feels like a good fish. Like, good fish. Did he just snag me? Or is he just that big? Oh no, I think
he's just that big.
I don't know. But
I mean, you get a good bend in your
it feels like a solid fish. Maybe he got me snagged on something, but he's
there is a little grass out there, don't forget.
Yep.
Could just be burying down in that.
This is my first run in like over 24 hours at this point.
Yeah.
And he's kiting left. An angry one.
It looks like a little guy too.
Does it?
Yep.
Had me fooled. All right. All right, so first fish out of this venue. And look at this beautiful little mirror. He's almost a leather. He's just got a few scales on the top and the tail. But I'm really happy with this little guy. Such a pristine little mirror. So I've just caught about 4 small mirrors. Every single one like absolutely stunning. Very, very pretty. But I want to see if I can pick off the bigger fish. So I'm going to put 2 24mm boilies on one of the rods. On the other rod, I'm going to be running a snowman with quite a long hair. Hopefully this will stop the smaller fish from taking the bait and leaving it for the bigger ones. From this time on, I'm only going to be using the throwing stick and putting out 24mm boilies on the spot. No more particle. And hopefully this does the trick. Morning at 5 a.m. had a wicked take on double bottom bait, and it's not the monster I'm after, but it's a very, very pretty fish. I hope some of his bigger buddies roll through the swim shortly, because this is the last day. I have to leave tomorrow morning. It's gonna be a buzzer beater, I hope. It's kind of time to pack it in. I've got all my stuff ready and everything all over the place. And Cody comes up to me. What's up?
So we just got a message from the man, the myth, the legend, Scott Osmond. And he has invited us to come do a little bit of freelining with him up on the Merrimack River. So we're gonna pack up and we're gonna jet up there and see if we can get some big fish on the bank, just using a little bit of white bread. So we'll see what happens.
For anybody that doesn't know who Scott Osmond is, he is probably the person who's caught the most 50-pound plus fish in America. He doesn't fish as much anymore, he's more into photography nowadays, but he's invited us out to go freelining bread for carp, and that's how he caught all his big fish. So could there be a twist to this story right at the end? I really do hope so. If I blank, I'm gonna blame Osmond and you'll never hear the end of it. But
before we go, I have to show you the really nice mirror I caught. It's just sitting in the water. I'm gonna grab the fish. We're gonna wrap up here and head over to Osmond's. Okay, all right, it's okay. It's okay. And you got me wet. This is a lively fish. What a wicked fish. Just muscle. Doesn't have much girth to him. But what a beautiful, beautiful fish. Look at the size of the head on this fish. Giant scales. Absolutely stunning. And if you're kind enough to let me show the other side. All right. Here's the other side of this beautiful, beautiful fish. Just wicked. We're gonna let her go. We're gonna meet up with Scott Osmond and hopefully he gets me the 30 I've been after. I mean, that's all I really want is a 30 from the US. Let's pack up, hit the road, and get us a 30. Look like a fishing spot?
No, this looks like some Yass chicken.
Have we had this already?
No.
Is it good?
From everything we've seen, yes, and we've been wanting to try it, and the fishing spot's literally right there, so figured get some chicken and then go fishing.
All right, let's go get some chicken. So, what's with this Yass chicken?
We've been wanting to try it for a while. It was one of those ones where we saw a post about it on Facebook, and it had like really good looking milkshakes and different dishes, like chicken waffles and stuff like that. So it just looks amazing, and I'm really excited. I'm
hungry though.
I don't think we've eaten all
fucking
day.
dying. Starving.
Starving. Wicked.
Wicked. What we got?
Well, there's so many. I think the duo is what we're gonna go for. Some waffles, chicken, bacon, syrup, and a sweet mayo as a sandwich. Sounds pretty.
I think I might go with the number 3.
All right, so we just got here, and who's in front of me? The legend?
I didn't realize you were recording, so wait, hold on.
Oh, right. His B-boil style.
I'm gonna try to pick some high water tributary carp. You've only got a short amount of time. Let's get a short amount of fish.
Till night, yeah.
You overnighting?
Well, we were going to ask you if there is a spot around here that would be good for Euro style overnighting. If not, then I'm headed back because.
Yes, there are spots that are good for overnighting, Euro style. This would be a little bit shady and a little bit cramped, as you'll see when we get down there. However, most of the fishing action should be with the conditions that there are up into the creeks, up into the mouths of the creek. Out of the river's pushing, it's not super fast, but it's pushing about 22,000 cubic feet a second, which is about average to a little bit below average. But usually when the river pushes high, they get out of the main channel, they get into the trib. You've got one that's very well known over here. There's a couple of different tributaries through the stretch, and you've got them all the way down the river. Yeah. So you should be able to get into a few fish before you get onto the road. And over the next hour or so that I can be here with you, we'll take a look at where would be a good overnight spot.
Okay.
That way we can steal you for another day. So let's do it.
All right, let's go. The legendary I don't clean my rods, Mr. Osmond. I made fun of him a while ago. Although it wasn't fun, it was poking fun.
But you gotta understand that his clean gear, if you hit it with a hammer, it hits metal. When you hit mine, it's an inch of oatmeal and bread and stuff that pads it from being broken. So that's why I do it. It's protection. Over the last 7 or 8 years, this used to be very, very private, I guess you could say. But
so nobody used to fish it, you mean?
No, it would be just a select few people.
Okay.
This park wasn't here, so you'd have it to yourself, and you didn't have the access. But basically, main river's there. Once this river is probably pushing 75 to 100 cubic feet a second, that's pushing 20 plus thousand. So it backs up in here, so there's almost no current. And all the fish are basically charging up in here, not to spawn or anything, but basically because that's
It's a refuge.
ballpark guess. Yeah, 55 degrees, only a guess, 52 degrees. That up is probably still 46, 48 degrees. So they're just like a magnet. We're going to be doing a lot of fishing. You see the trees?
Mm-hmm.
Fishing right between the trees. More or less,
Snaggy
you're
waters.
moving around to figure out where they are, but they hover in here, they move around through here. They'll charge up, they'll get below the little dam that's over here in a second and stick in the pockets once it gets a little faster. But here they cruise around so you can chum a little bit of bread here, a little bit of bread there, and you're basically just moving in and out. You'll see when you get a bite, especially now because the free line, the line will twitch and move. You're just sticking them and, you know, hoping that your gear is strong enough, you're turning them from getting into the wood. And if they get in the woods, you take your time. It's pretty much all polished out. You can get them out of there and bring them to shore and celebrate when you get a 50. So, let's do it.
There's 50s in here?
Yeah. So you're going to record us walk down there?
Yep.
All right, you go first and point the camera that way so when I fall, it's not on film.
Oh, you're not going to fall. You're going to tumble.
All right, actually, that's a good difference. Now that it's going to be apart.
Fucking hell.
No, he stepped on something.
Fucking pin.
Oh no.
Rusty pin.
This
go
is
in
not
the
a
foot?
hypodermic needle. You gotta watch out for those.
I don't know. I didn't get my tetanus shot. I don't know. I think Osmond's taking us somewhere where he's going to rob us.
Yeah.
It's a better place as any, I think, he says.
Scott Osmond putting bread on my
There
hook.
you go. All right, so I'm going to put this here so it doesn't roll.
Yeah, don't roll.
You want it basically to be as natural as possible. So as you flip it, you're going to dip it real quick in the water and send it right to me.
Right back to you?
Yep. Perfect. So the idea is not to turn it into a rock.
Yeah.
See how there's like little pieces of things that are going to float everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
But if it goes to the bottom, it's still fairly soft,
Yep.
but it's going to stay on there
Right.
just fine. If you make it into like a hard rock ball, it's not going to, it's going to be different than what's laying on the bottom, and B, you're going to have a tough time setting through it. So, okay, just on the hand flip, you got some bubbles right over there, just past the bubbles.
These people are talking about fluffernutter.
Fluffernutter?
Fluffernutter.
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 Yeah, you can say it kind of like.
Fluffernutter. I don't know what that sounds like. It sounds pretty interesting.
Marshmallow.
Anyway, we're talking about this because I had a slice of bread just to entice the carp, if they were watching me, that is. But they didn't want to, and now Scott's taking us to a different spot. Hopefully, this spot we won't break our necks, but no promises, he says. So Osmond is taking us to a different spot right now. He's trying to get us a fish, and very respectable. But we're gonna be fishing off of a high point. He's got himself a drop net in case we land one. Well, in case we catch one, we would land it with the drop net. It's been 10 days, I'm tired, but I really want a carp by the legend Osmond. I really want one, so I hope it happens. We only have a few hours left, but we'll give it our all.
All right, so this is 110 inches.
Are we catching lobsters?
No, we're catching. I've had fish hit well into the 40s on this thing. You angle them just right. This is 36 inches across, 110 inches welded with my minuscule welding that I took in high school. And I don't even remember where I welded it from, but this is about 25 years old, and all we're doing is switching the carabiners, switching the netting. We have the rubberized spray in the netting, which helps 60, well, we had 70 feet, but rope dies. You got to do what you got to do to fish certain spots, because there's no way to fish down here without something like this. If you want to get in here a day or two after the heavy rains and the water starts to go up, they start to charge in. Okay. However, we've seen them jump. We know that they've rolled right in here, so we know they're here.
Yep.
Just a question of You ready to switch that? I'll steal the bread. Any boogers?
Bodie buddy!
Here's your big fish, buddy.
Is it big?
Here's your fucking giant.
Is it big?
Here's your fucking giant.
Is it?
Wow!
Where is it?
Right there. Look at this fucking tank. Look at this fucking tank, bro. Look at this tank. No, Osmond's coming. Osmond's coming.
That's a long
You're gonna
fish,
see
bro.
the gut.
Holy shit!
Osmond, if you go down to that lower side, I can come up.
I can get to the lower side.
Yeah, if you go down there, I'll go up here to the high side and pull it over.
Grab on him. Just you worry about the fish. When he's tired,
This is the fish that I was seeing.
That's a beaut. That's a giant, man. Watch out. Oh.
Got one swimming with her. Got one swimming with her.
Yeah, he's trying to mate. Dude, that... You're saying that's not a 40? Yeah? Yeah, buddy!
All right.
This is the way we're gonna do it. Oh, shit! All right. Fucking right on, man. Last minute buzzer.
Couldn't have been any more pain. So, we're down filming with Scott Osmond, and I noticed a bigger fish hugging the side of the wall, and it kind of started going back underneath, so I let it with my piece of bread, and next thing you know, it's tearing off, and I got this big, beautiful 29-pound chunk. Couldn't be happier because it's my biggest fish of the trip. Well, here's number 2. We're getting on the bread, a little bit further down than the last one, but I think this is the male that was probably with that female that I just caught, so it looks like there was a little guy chasing her when she was coming in, and he looks about that size, so.
Put up a scrap.
Put up a wicked scrap. Long, lean river commons.
We just got 2 out of here, but we're gonna go to a spot nearby where we're gonna fish the night. We can fish Euro style and free line bread if we wanted to, but definitely freezing because it's a really cold wind. But let's go. So we just got to the spot we're supposed to be fishing for tonight, and it's filled with stripper fishermen, stripper fishermen. And so, I don't know. It's kind of brutal because we're also supposed to get a shit ton of rain. So right now it's not like pouring yet, but it's supposed to start really soon. if we stick it out here, we'll have to pack up in the rain and probably like set up in the rain. And so I think I'm gonna head home, and we might have to call this USA trip where it is. To be honest, it's been great, and I'm really happy we came and saw Osmond.
Me too.
Because he put us on some fish, some extra fish that we otherwise wouldn't have gotten onto.
And the biggest fish of the trip so far, so.
Yeah, by one of us, I guess. Yeah, because Yuri had that 33.
Yeah, but by one of us.
Yeah. No, it was awesome, and it was pretty intense off that pipe.
Yeah.
And
especially getting to see the whole aerial action of it. So.
Yeah, and the legend lived up to his name. So Scott Osmond, I tip my hat to you, sir. Yeah, man, it's been a pleasure, and thanks to Cody and Kate for helping film, and she's a little camera shy. But anyhow, she wasn't really camera shy when we were ordering the chicken though.
No.
I guess chicken makes you do weird things. Anyway, dude, it's been a pleasure.
Amazing fishing.
And we'll meet soon.
Yeah, come do it again. Maybe push it out a little bit further next time.
Oh, I don't know, man. I'm already dead. Like, this has been the most tiring thing ever. What's your favorite capture of the trip?
Favorite capture has to be that 27 fully, or almost fully. Like that's my biggest fish out of there, and I've been working there for a very long time to get a fish out of there. So it's really, really nice to get something pretty close to 30 pounds. I know there's bigger in there, so hopefully.
Well, you're gonna hit that water a lot this year.
Oh yeah, that water and a few others in the surrounding area. So there will be a lot of mirrors to come this year.
Right on, bud. Well, again, thank you.
Yes.
And until next time, bro.
Until next time.
All right.